White French being beaten up by predominantly Muslim immigrant gangs. Violent crime can happen anywhere and to anyone, and for many reasons. But in parts of France, it has become especially dangerous to be white.
There are parts of France where the native French are no longer welcome. Muslim immigrants consider it their territory, and whites enter at their own risk.
The French call them sensitive urban zones. They're no-go zones where the police don't enter or don't enforce the law.
Well, folks, you're living in a very wacko, bizarro, dangerous world. We all are, and if it ever comes here, we're doomed, just like France is apparently doomed. Harry Houck, president of Houck Consulting and retired NYPD Detective First Grade, with over 25 years' experience in law enforcement, joins us once again. Hey, Harry.
Hey, Steve. How's it going?
You know, how many people know that France is two countries, that Great Britain, to a lesser extent, is two countries, and that if the Muslims have their way, some of them, before they get to taking us all over, will be two countries in this place, too?
Yeah, you know what? I think this is actually a strategy, all right, that's slowly being implemented worldwide by radical Islam. What they do is they imitate the free countries and then ask the politicians to give them these free zones, these no-go zones, and then let them implement some type of Sharia law. Now, that should be a flag to any politician or any government that if anybody wants to immigrate in your country and then change your laws for the laws that they want to follow, those people should be kicked out immediately.
Well, how is that even possible? I mean, I thought France was a democracy of sorts. Wouldn't the people have to vote on that before they could, before you set up conclaves that cops won't go into, that sets up their own court system, their own, I don't know what they're doing in there, but then they go outside, or if you get too close to them, they beat you up. I mean, what the heck is this?
Yeah, well, I think that the politicians are actually behind it because these people will vote as a block. Let's say you have a zone being run by a specific imam. All right, that imam says, all right, we're going to vote in the next election for this one person, and they will all vote for that one person. So these politicians, these politically correct politicians, are being willfully blind to this and are also working together closely with them to implement this.
All right, this is beyond sick. I mean, is it not, Harry, suicidal?
It's definitely suicidal. We can see what's going on in France today. Right, there are many countries all over Europe that actually do this, and France has got to actually take these zones back. Now, what had happened, the new president tried to take some of these zones back, but they were unsuccessful, which means to me that they didn't try hard enough.
All right, now what's the likelihood or possibility, God forbid, that could happen in a city here? We're a big country. In a city here in New York, in the U.S.
It's very likely because politicians will go along with it, all right, so they can get a block of people that will vote for them. They're very selfish. All right, any politician that allows something like this to go on is a danger to their own government.
Absolutely. I mean, I would hope that there are safeguards in our Constitution, in our government, in our founding documents that would prohibit anything like that from taking place.
Right, Steve, it's been reported that there are some places like that here in the United States, but I haven't been able to verify that.
Well, I know that I know that there are training camps, that there are areas, there are places that I'm not going to name anything, and I'm not going to give a location, but I know of one very close to a dear friend of mine, and just by the name, your eyebrows would be raised. And I got to believe, based on what I hear goes on there, that there are no cops going in there.
Exactly. What they do is some of the places that I have heard about are basically, private property, and the police don't go in there because you got to have a warrant to go in there. We better fix
this, Harry. We better fix it right now in this country before it starts, and we better really fix it, or they better really fix it in France and in other European nations. Otherwise, it's all over. Harry Houck, great to talk to you as always. Thank you very much, folks.
Steve.
Folks, when we come back, thank you very much, Harry. Period. Folks, when we come back, it's Give Me 5. Don't go away.